original haram.
Oh, beautiful, so elegant, just looking like a wow. Just looking like a wow.
So, you're from Pakistan?
Yeah.
Which means that you're Pakistani, yeah?
You're Pakistani, yeah. You're Pakistani, yeah. You're Pakistani, yeah.
कोई सारी यार कोई लिमिट होती है ना
Just looking like a wow. To sacrifice my own life for Pakistan.
This is the Two Old Fashioned Podcast with Eshaan and Preet Singh.
What do you think is the likelihood of me ghosting my fourth personal trainer in, what would it be, 18 months? 20 months? Well, it's not a personal trainer.
Okay.
He's just like a food coach.
Why do you think you need a food coach first?
We've
Like,
been
why
through-
a food coach over a personal trainer? Like what's the thinking?
Because diet is about 80% of any kind of weight loss.
Yeah.
I've got to fix that first. And then any kind of exercise I do
Yeah.
will be predicated. Because whatever exercise I do now, I can't be asked with the gym. I'm never going to go to the gym.
Okay.
It's never going to happen. So 2025 is the year where I get my food on top. I get on top of my food.
Yeah.
I don't even know what it is I do that bad.
How long have you been seeing this person for now?
About 3 weeks.
About 3 weeks. Is it going well?
Yeah, it's going well.
Why is it going well? What makes it go well?
What makes it go well is I've got a very simple system. I eat heavy in the morning. Well, I say morning, afternoon. I don't get up till 11.
Yep.
Heavy first meal, snacky second meal, and then dinner is kind of whatever. But because I'm so full from the first two, I just eat less.
Okay.
Whereas eat like a king, eat breakfast like a king, dinner like a pauper. Is that right? Something like that?
So, yeah, well, it's that breakfast like a king, lunch like a prince,
dinner like a pauper.
yeah.
That's it.
But, okay. I'm going to try and do this whole segment without making one fat joke.
I mean, that's going to be impossible. I'm going to ask Yanis to put a fat counter on there.
Huh?
I'm going to ask Yanis to put a fat counter on the corner.
That's so funny. Right. So I don't think it's relatively... Because this sounds like this person's getting paid a lot for nothing.
They're not actually. They're very useful, holding me accountable. I'm not good at accountability.
Okay, yeah, that's very true.
Well, no, I'll tell you accountability. I go, all right, I'm sorry, then move on.
Yeah, are you sorry for having a Coke can right now? With all your Palestine stuff?
No. The alternative just don't taste as good.
Fair point. Fair point. Solidarity with Palestine until my taste buds get impacted.
Yeah, solidarity all day, every day.
Yeah.
Publicly, I've done it. Maybe my one Coke Zero can will drop another drone. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I've tried the others. They don't taste as good.
Fair? Okay. No, do you know what? That's somebody who has a level of self-awareness.
Yeah.
Whereas I stop the killing in Gaza unless it makes my Coke taste different.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fair. I think it sounds like you won't ghost this person because they're not a personal trainer.
Yes.
So it sounds like this could be a good...
That's true.
You know?
When someone gets me to do more exercise than I'm wanting to do, ghosted.
Are you exercising currently?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Mainly, I've improved my step count and I do mobility every morning.
Okay, cool. Good, great start.
Right.
Great start.
Yeah.
Has this person talked to you about body composition at all?
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
I
This
do
person
mobility.
sounds a lot like they just listened to the first episode. And just
It was after the first episode they got in touch, actually.
Really?
No.
You had me there.
Yeah, I did have you there. You're like, you should have paid me.
I fucking told you.
Yeah, you should have been like, pay me. No.
No, please don't. You don't need that negativity in your life. If you paid me to be your personal trainer or coach,
It's not happening.
oh, it'd be horrific.
Horrific. And then we've got the tour together, haven't we? So I've got this month, and then the tour starts.
No, but I've never. But this is this is generally why I think is your body composition, right? We hang out a fair bit. I've never seen you do anything that I would class as actually fat. I know I take the piss out of him a lot. Yanis put his hands up and was like, "Yep, I have."
No,
Oh, okay.
Fat counter.
So yeah, I've never actually seen you.
What would you consider a fat behaviour?
So like, if you were to eat an extraordinary amount of food,
Yeah.
or let's say you were to be throwing 12 of these back.
Coke Zeros.
No, like like regular Cokes or
Oh,
some
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
I've never actually seen you do anything that I'm like, oh, that's insane.
Yeah, no, I don't do that. I don't think you've ever been with me when I order a kebab though.
Yeah, we've ordered platters and stuff before.
Like a
You're always ready to forego the chips. I'm not.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So I think there is something there that like,
There's something that just doesn't quite make sense.
Is that your New Year's resolution then?
Oh yeah. Not to lose weight. I just want to I hate saying losing weight because like DJ Khaled, I don't lose.
You just gain weight.
Does that count as a
Fuck,
second?
Yeah.
A second.
Shit.
Yeah. I just want to get fitter, healthier, and stronger, mentally and physically.
Yes, Queen.
That's what I want for 2025.
This is the 2025 version of Eat, Pray, Love, innit?
It is.
Love.
Well, less eat,
Yeah.
maybe less pray.
Maybe that's
Some pray. Maybe I should take some. Pray.
Yeah, because that like I feel like Islamic prayers are quite like movement based.
That's true.
If you prayed 2,500 times a day,
We just have to do 5.
yeah, but it's like you want to lose a little bit of weight.
Yeah, but 2,500 is like
A lot
that's
of
extreme.
burpees.
That's too much.
No, I feel like you need like a little bit of extreme exercise. Go to a fat camp. You ever thought about that?
What is fat camp?
I don't know. I'm fucking around.
Have you ever?
Have I ever been to a fat camp?
Yeah.
I debated it once.
Did you?
Yeah, because like I have been big before in my life. Like, so yeah, I have like debated it a couple of times, but I do think you're taking the right approach. I know I'm taking a piss here, but I do think you're taking the right approach.
Did you last how long? 4 hours having sex when you were fat?
It's not 4 hours. Calm down.
All right, 1 hour.
Did I last? Yeah.
Did
It was never good though, because it's like I'm not talking about like
it wasn't good because your tits were sweating, her tits were sweating.
no, because
Everyone's tits are sweating.
no. Do you know what? It's not even this. Like, my tits still sweat, right?
Yeah.
It's more the breath. I'll be like, she's like, all you've done is take your boxes off.
Now, for those only listening to this,
Oh shit! Yeah.
now what Preet did was effectively what I think was his rhythm of the way he has sex.
It's not too far off.
The rhythm at which you have sex?
Yeah, probably.
Mine is more like a classical concerto. There's
Weak.
crescendos, there's slower bits, there's faster bits.
It's just weak. A lot of wind.
There's euphoric bits. There's bits where you reflect on yourself as a person.
Yeah. And in the
It's a
end, it
real-
just
Real
peters
Mozart.
out.
Mozart
peters out.
never peters out. A classical song never peters out.
Yeah.
There's usually always a standing ovation at the end.
After about 37 seconds, you get bored and it's all the same.
No, it's not. That's what sets classical music apart from whatever that was.
All right, stop being so fucking weird, right? Let's go back to your resolutions.
Yeah.
So you want to be
Mentally, physically, fitter and stronger.
stronger without the gym. Yep.
Yeah, no gym.
Yep. Okay. What else?
That's all I need. Everything else is perfect. Everything else about my life is pretty damn good.
If I showed you some of our private text messages, you'd realise what bullshit this guy is.
That's true.
You're going to stick with therapy?
But that's part of the physically, mentally stronger, isn't it?
Yeah.
We'll see. I might ghost this therapist as well.
I think you're more likely to ghost the therapist than the food coach.
I've ghosted 2 therapists and 4 personal trainers in my life. I think that's pretty good going, isn't it?
And that's just in the last 18 months.
That is just in the last 18 months.
Yeah. Okay.
What are you going to do for self-improvement this year?
I'm not sure yet, I think I make financially irresponsible decisions, which I need to stop.
You're making financially... Like what? Are you gambling?
Nah. Oh, yeah, but like that doesn't recount. Because it's like that never goes more than like a £5 a weekend.
What do you... I've never placed a bet in my life.
It's a lot of fun.
I've never... Okay.
So I have... I'm not...
Gamble responsibly, kids.
Yeah, but it's like, if you've got a problem with gambling, don't do it, innit? This isn't a... I think, for me, I tend to be quite good at setting limits for myself when it comes to certain stuff.
Right.
And I feel like...
Certain vices.
Certain vices, yeah, because it's like, I wouldn't even say gambling's a vice. Gambling to me is a game.
Yeah.
So it's like, if
That's
I'm
how
watching...
it starts, though, doesn't it?
Yeah, but it's like, I can't imagine myself having, like, an issue with it, right? So it's like, if I'm watching a football game, I'll stick a £5 accumulator on just on that game,
Right.
and it'll give like a little bit more oomph to the game,
Yeah.
and then that's it.
Yeah, but that's how it starts, though, doesn't it? What's the most you've ever won?
Most ever?
Yeah.
About 800 quid I won once.
Wow. What was that?
That was a 40 quid bet on a weekend's it was like, I think it was 3 lots of both teams to score and pick a winner. And it was like 30 quid I bet, I think, from my winnings.
Did you hear about that bloke who once placed like £200, £300 bet on Lewis Hamilton winning a Formula One championship when he was like 8?
Oh, yeah.
And he made like £600,000, £700,000.
That's mad, isn't it?
That's crazy.
Yeah. I'm going to make a bet on you not ghosting your personal trainer.
Don't do that.
I reckon I'll get great odds for it, though.
Not ghosting.
Yeah, like sticking with him. I reckon I'll get like 500 to 1.
Is that good? I don't know how bets work. Is that good?
That was a sick mathematical par. That means you're very likely to ghost him.
Oh, 500.
So for every quid, I'll get 500 back.
Wait, let me get this right. So you go to William Hill. Oh, did you know my mum... This is funny. I just remembered about William Hill.
Your mum used to be William Hill.
No. My mum used to work at William Hill.
Yeah.
She got promoted to manager.
Hilarious.
Got sacked after 2 weeks.
Why?
Because she kept discouraging people from betting.
She's infiltrated the system. Mashallah, sister.
Yeah, she... Every time, like, the real gambling addicts would come, she would be like, Gareth, don't do this. I'm not letting you do this. You shouldn't be doing this.
That's a wicked way, isn't it?
Isn't it? So it was really nice. She looked out for the ones that were really bad.
Yeah.
But, of course, they're the ones putting the most money down. So William Hill were like, you can't discourage people from placing bets. And she goes, yeah, I can.
This is what Gambling Anonymous should do. Just infiltrate. Alcoholics Anonymous, they should do the exact same.
Go to become bartenders.
Become bartenders and they just cut everyone off. You target individual pub companies.
That's one of my favourite stories about my mum.
Yeah, I think that's a very good story.
Well, she worked there for like 8 months and she was really, like, she was brilliant at maths and all this stuff and she's got herself promoted big time.
Yeah.
And then went, stop betting.
I rate that.
Don't come here.
Yeah, wicked. People become drug dealers where they're just like, nah, I can't give you another rap, man.
Yeah. Stop. Well, that's the whole like gamble responsibly thing, isn't it? You need responsible people looking after your gambling nonsense.
Yeah. But yeah, so it's like I'm making financially irresponsible decisions, I think. I'm just spending too much money. I'm going out too much. I want to focus a little bit more on stand-up as well. Like towards the half end of maybe not the half end, maybe in the last like 2-3 months, I've written down and I've written jokes and they've actually banged.
Yeah.
I'm like, why don't I do this more? I could be so much better.
Yeah.
So that's one. I think that'll probably be my main one, I think, actually.
What, the stand-up thing?
The stand-up one, yeah.
Well, do you have goals for stand-up this year?
No, I never go into a year with goal. All I want to do is be better.
Yeah. And how do you know you're getting better? It's a feeling.
Yeah, I think so. You can tell, like, your jokes get a little bit smarter. You know, like you develop an idea and then you bring that idea to people.
Yeah.
Rather than like, isn't this funny?
Yeah.
I really want to like tell funny stories. Like, I feel like I've got a lot of funny stories, and I want to bring those stories and turn them into stand up.
Yeah.
So that would be like a marker. It was actually Kane Brown. There was a comedian that I was at one of Kane's shows.
Huh.
And,
Go check out Kane. Brilliant.
Yeah, he's sick. We were at one of his whips at Top Secret, so we were just like hanging around. There was me and a few other like newer comedians, and one of the comedians was like, "Oh, what are your goals for like the year?" Blah blah blah. And this is probably about last year, maybe a year before. And the dude was like, "Oh," I was like, "I don't really have goals." I was like, "I just want to get better." And then the guy was like, "Oh, I want 10,000 followers on Instagram by the end of the year." Blah blah blah. And he walks off, and then Kane was behind me. I didn't know Kane at that time.
Yeah.
He's behind me. He goes, what you said was right." He's like, "Just keep getting better, man."
Yeah.
I was like, "It'll happen." Because obviously it took Kane a while, isn't it?
Yeah.
And he's like, now he's like selling out fucking arenas and shit.
Yeah.
And I really valued that. That was my first interaction with Kane.
Yeah.
So nice.
I think the beauty of comedy as a form is that it rewards age and wisdom, and it rewards time and experience.
Yeah.
And the more time, experience, and age and wisdom you have, the better you get at it, and the more interesting stuff you have to say.
Exactly. Yeah. So
I'm like, because I'm now what? This is my 10th, going into my 11th year of stand-up.
that's mad.
And it's my second tour. It's going to be my biggest tour. And yeah, it's not as big as some other people's who've been going less time than me.
Mm.
But it's not a race.
Yeah, I'm with that. And it's like, as long as you're happy with what you're doing.
Yeah, I'm getting there. I'm more than happy. I just want to sell
Good.
more tickets and get better at it. And I'm already pretty good.
Yeah.
And I don't always back myself on that front, but I am pretty good in most rooms.
Yeah. Do you know what? Like, I feel like if you worked hard at this,
I know this is coming. Yeah, go on.
I feel like you could really, like, you know, I feel like you've just got to where you're at because of your charisma.
Yeah. That was a bit of feedback I got from someone.
Do you want to tell them the story?
Yeah,
as a little in joke.
There'll be no names mentioned, but
Yes.
an opener, someone who opened for me on the tour show, on my first tour, towards the end of the tour, gave me this feedback about 10 minutes before I was about to introduce them onto the stage, and just said that I'd only got this far because of how charismatic I am. Well, they didn't even say charismatic. They said because of your charisma. You don't work very hard. You're just banking on charisma. You could be like John Mulaney, the famously coke addict recovery. Hey, doesn't stop him being a good comic.
That's probably why he wasn't so lazy.
Maybe that's why.
He was always ready to
Always
go.
focused.
Yeah.
Non-stop. Maybe I should take up cocaine. But yeah, I could have been like that, but I'm not. I'm lazy, and I should work harder. But also, I've had the lazy thing thrown at me twice now.
From who? From that opener and
Our friend Akash.
Oh yeah, no. To be fair, no.
Part of the reason why this podcast came to be.
So one of our friends was over from the States, and I don't know.
Akash
If,
Singh, go and check him out.
yeah, I don't know if we should shout him out, but yeah. So it's like, so he's like a big podcaster and stuff, and like we did tour sport for him. So we're friends, and that's why I suggested a pod or something. You didn't have time, blah, blah, blah. And he literally sat through and went through Eshaan's diary and he was like, you're lazy.
Yeah.
And it is kind of like...
But it's not true, though. Like, I'm not lazy. I'm always busy. It's not like I'm not doing anything.
Oh, let's not go there again. I wouldn't say you're lazy.
Yeah.
I think you lack focus. There's a difference. And let me land, because I'm not having a go at you, right? So it's like, I think... you in your head you got like only a certain amount of bandwidth for certain stuff.
Yeah.
So you're like, oh, I can't fit it around this, that. Whereas it's really like, does this really need to be in your diary? Do you really need to do this? Is that kind of vibe?
I don't know if that's true, because my diary is like full of, just this month, I've got to go to Belfast for some voiceover work for a CBBC series. Developing that show, our dating show that's coming up next month. Doing this podcast every week. Getting ready for the tour. Those three things.
But the podcast didn't exist when we had that conversation.
No, it didn't exist when we had that conversation. That's a new thing.
Yeah.
I'm also in the middle of having conversations about a book.
Yeah.
And that's almost every week at the moment.
Nah, I feel like you've regressed a little bit in your own head. You convince yourself you're busy when you're not. I think you've been out of the day job for so long that you forget how many hours there are in a day.
No, I didn't work this hard when I had a day job. When I had a day job, I'd turn up to work and then just went to my gigs and came back. And those gigs weren't well paid or anything.
Nah, I disagree with you. We had this conversation. Watch me dob you into the WhatsApp group. I'm gonna be like, Akash, he says he's not lazy again. Watch.
Yeah, I'm not lazy.
Yeah. All right. When he was having a go at you, then you were like, oh yeah, maybe I am, bro.
No.
Maybe, bro. Maybe
I didn't agree with him. I was like, okay, well, I'm not. So.
Yeah, well, you found time to do the podcast, didn't you?
You carve out time, yeah, sure, but just do it.
Oh, I'm lazy. Yeah, just do it. There you go. Oh, bro, I'm not lazy. Oh.
Hi guys, thanks so much for listening to this week's episode of Two Old Fashioned Podcasts with me, Eshaan Akbar, and him, Preet Singh. Remember, you can sign up to our Patreon for just £1 a month for life for the first 100 people that sign up. We've only got about 70 places left. You get, for £1 a month, early access, you get the Patreon afters, and you get to see early access to all our Patreon specials coming down the line. What other tiers are there?
We got a £3 tier as well. We got a £10 tier. You get a bunch more exclusive offers. So you get the afters, bonus episode. You get merch. You get percentages off tickets, live shows and things as well. So just go over to the Patreon, check out the 3 tiers. You'll see a detailed description of what you can get extra, but we'll see you over there.
So go and sign up, patreon.com/2oldfashionedpod.
Now, on to my favourite bit of the podcast where I get you to react to stuff I've seen online this week. Let's kick off with the Diljit concert, the one about his jacket. So, to set this clip up, Diljit is like our version of who? Like the biggest artist alive.
Yeah, he's the biggest artist alive, isn't
Our
he?
version of, like, I guess, a male Taylor Swift. Like, these concerts were insane. Set out arena tour, right?
Yeah, O2 sold out.
Yeah. So you have this. I don't know what country it is, but you have him performing here. Yanis, kick the clip. So he's just throwing his jacket into the crowd. One of his assistants has passed it on. Her fella's in the background, and he's burst into tears.
Yeah, crying.
Bro,
Because he's right. Okay.
bro. Go on, that was the Yanis.
Right. So he's crying because his missus
Yeah,
has got a jacket from Diljit.
yeah.
And Diljit is like the biggest artist in the world at
Yeah.
the moment.
And he's burst into tears. How do you get cucked by a jacket?
That
Hell,
that
you
is
have no
wild.
shame.
That is shameless.
Another man gives your missus a jacket.
Well, it's not just another man though, is it? It's Diljit.
Which in my head makes it even worse.
Why?
Because it's like...
If Mo Salah
Yeah.
gave your girl his shirt,
Yeah.
wouldn't you be like, shit, that's sick? You wouldn't cry.
If I cried, I would kill myself.
I'd kill you.
Yeah. I would
Yeah.
deserve all of the level of... Like, have you no shame, brother?
Yeah, that is shameless. Why is he crying? What is he? Is it because he's like, I can't believe I spent so much money on these tickets and this jacket might cover the cost of that ticket?
That's the only masculine way to cry,
Yeah.
cry about this
Yeah,
situation.
it's actually quite emotional that I've managed to break even on this concert.
I couldn't... When I saw it, I couldn't believe it.
Did you find it emasculating for him?
I found it disgusting for him. Look, forget masculinity and shit, right?
What they're saying in the WhatsApp group?
Oh, bro, you don't want to know what was being
Do you
said
reckon
in
his
that
WhatsApp group is popping off?
I feel like I don't feel like that's the kind of guy you invite into the WhatsApp
Do you
groups.
reckon he made her wear the jacket when he fucked her that night? Maybe that's why he was crying.
He's like, finally, I get to smell Diljit.
But her smell Diljit.
Bro.
Maybe that's what it was. Maybe that's what got him so emotional.
I just don't I'm gobsmacked. I just
Yeah.
don't know what to do.
The reasoning is.
Yeah.
I didn't read what it said. What did it say at the top? Was it like your man? What did it say at the top?
What was the caption there, Yanis?
Man used to go to war. Now they're shedding tears of joy because their wife got someone else's used jacket.
I mean, that's
It is so true.
that is true.
Why would you cry?
Is there anything like that would make you cry?
No.
What's the closest?
Do you know
thing?
what the worst thing about that clip is as well? She didn't cry.
Well, she was just happy.
How are you happier than the
Maybe she's
recipient?
going to make him wear the jacket when she fucks him.
He's like, oh, finally, I get some puss.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate
Maybe
that.
she.
There's not one thing that would make me cry like that.
Really?
A death of a family member, no. A wedding, no.
So see, one place I cried that was not embarrassing. I didn't think it was embarrassing. I was just moved by the moment.
Oh, dear God. Go on.
I went to Turkey
Yeah.
and I took a river cruise on the Bosphorus. And on this river cruise, if you look left, you can see Europe, and if you look right, you can see Asia. And it was kind of sunset, and it was so emotional for me because I was like, I cannot believe, having just been to the Blue Mosque, where you've got a fading mural of the Virgin Mary and Arabic scripture next to it. All of it was so overwhelming, I just burst into tears.
You cried over bullshit geopolitical lines that don't affect you.
No, it just felt like I was walking through history. It felt like emotion. It felt beautiful. It felt like, fucking hell, this is mad.
And you cried over that.
Yeah.
Men really ain't equipped to go to war, innit?
No, but
You
I
think them
cried.
fucking Russian soldiers that they're training right now for World War III?
They don't care about borders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think they're fucking crying about fucking Turkey and shit?
Why don't they're not going to cry?
You think they're crying because like Slavetsky gave a jacket out?
Slavetsky?
Oh no, like some mythical creature.
Just made up a name.
Yeah, made up pop star.
Yeah, Savetsky. Yeah.
Gave out a jacket.
No, I'm not crying over that. I'm not crying over that.
Yeah, you just cry over
I cry
something that doesn't make sense to me.
this mosque and this river and being in between history over these two places.
But it's like you didn't even describe it that well. You were just like, I was on a boat.
Oh, so I said river cruise actually. I didn't say the word boat.
What were you on? Were you treading water?
A catamaran.
Huh?
A catamaran.
Yeah, a boat.
No, a catamaran.
What's a catamaran, Yanis?
It's
There's a boat. There you go. Thank
type
you.
of boat.
Yeah.
A yacht is also a boat.
Yeah. You know your ancestors would be on boats coming to this country.
No, not mine. They'd be on planes.
No, they wouldn't.
Yeah, they would.
No, they wouldn't.
No one.
Go to Calais right now. 78% of them are Bangladeshi or Pakistani.
They're not my. They're not related to me.
I don't care about that. I'm just talking about your people.
They're not my people.
See, this is you soft, bro.
My people took
I'm
planes.
disgusted in you for crying at that.
My people took planes.
I'm disgusted. Well, either way,
They earned
disgusted.
enough money to get planes.
I will never give you a jacket in case you cry now.
The jacket.
You're in the same bracket. You're 2 steps away.
What, from the jacket?
Yeah.
No, just don't take me on a boat.
That was what really made you cry, innit?
Yeah.
You were just like, oh, I'm seasick. Oh, bro. Yeah. Child. Right. Before I get more disgusted with this fuck, let's move on to another reaction. Right. What have we got next, Yanis? Oh, okay, right, okay. This I laughed at solidly for 10 minutes, right? This is one of my favorite. Did your parents ever do like discipline another child that has no relation to them?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Plenty of times.
Right. So in Asian cultures, right, and I think in a lot of other like immigrant cultures, right, it's not a big deal for you to see somebody of the same like background as you and just interfere with their parenting, right?
Yeah.
Like I remember one time we were in Toys R Us, there was a kid riding around on a tricycle that wasn't his, and my mum legit just knocked him off it.
Great.
Right?
Fantastic.
So you have 2 cars stuck in traffic here. I think this is New York, and you have one kid sticking up out of the sunroof, standing up.
That's great. I love how the kid listened. Oh, that's great. That's amazing. The kid listened. That's great.
It was so aggressive. So what you have is this random car. They've obviously set it up.
The kid looks so scared.
This random car pull up alongside the car, and you just have this guy not even like respectfully tell him. He just shouts at him, "Sit down, sit down."
It's so good. There was one of my favourite stories from my youth. My brother was 4 at the time, so I would have been 14, and we were in Iceland, the supermarket, and my brother was just acting up, like really misbehaving, and my mum gave him a couple of warnings and said, "Look, if you carry on, not only will I beat the shit out of you, but your dead, lifeless body will be in one of these freezers." Right? So he didn't listen. He was 4 years old. My mum she kind of, in my memory, almost like roundhouse slapped him.
Yeah.
She like wound up this from the beginning of aisle 3, ran up to aisle 7 and slapped him across the face. Really good lead up to it. Slapped him across the face really hard as my brother starts crying. And this woman says to my mum, you can't hit a child like that. And my mum went, do you want one as well? do you want one as well? I was like, you're crazy. She goes, don't interfere in my parenting.
Yeah.
Let me do what I want to do. You go and look after your own fucking kids.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah.
So we never had anything like that. We were in Tesco's again. We used to shop at a Tesco's. Was yours in a Tesco's?
Iceland.
Yeah. So we went to a Tesco's, right? And my mum, it was me. I was acting up. I can't remember what it was. It was as we were leaving. I think me and my brother or my sister or something, we were arguing about who's going to sit in the front.
Right.
And my mum was just like, look, you lot are doing my head in. Next person to say anything is going to get clipped. Right? I end up speaking up. I was like, I'm going to... No, she sat on the way, bro. And my mum clipped me. Security guard was sat on his like little podium, looks, right? And then my mum turns around and goes, "See, he's looking because if he comes here, I'm gonna let him slap you as well." And she says it in English, and the security guard's just he heard, and you could tell he's like, "Do I go along with this? Do I not?"
What colour do you remember? What colour the security guard was?
I think he was white or some shit.
Oh, yeah.
So he was just like.
Do you reckon you'd hit your kids?
Do you know what? I always used to be like, yeah, 100% I would. You can't anymore. Your
That
kids
doesn't change whether you want to or not.
I would trust me. I'd want to. Trust me, I'd want to, but I don't think you can because they're growing up in a different environment now. You have to parent with the times, right? Next thing you know, you clip your kid around the ear,
You're in jail.
and all of a sudden, you're doing 3 months.
You're there with the nonces.
Yeah, because it's like child abuse. You're like, no, all I did was clip him around the ear.
Yeah.
No,
Okay,
so I
interesting.
couldn't. But that was hilarious because
That's
I love
great.
watching other people parent other people.
so funny. Love that clip. That is a good
You
clip.
could just tell his parents were telling him for fucking ages, sit down.
I really want to see what the follow-up was. I wonder whether the parents in the car said anything.
In that situation, if I was the parent of the kid that was stood up, I wouldn't say anything. I'd be like, see, told you.
Would you actually?
Yeah.
So if someone shouted at your kid, I don't think you'd take it.
It depends in the... If I think the kid's doing something wrong, I'd be like, what do you want me to do?
No, but you didn't. You've opened the sunroof. Your kid's out there. You've let the kid put their head out of the sunroof.
Nah, but I think it's a case... I've been that kid many times. Your parents like, stop, and either like you fall off or something, and then they're like, see, told you.
Yeah, if it was my dad, what he would have done is, instead of telling me to stop, he would have braked hard. Just to let me know. Oh, it doesn't hurt.
Oh, is it? Are we gonna have to call the tooth fairy? Are we?
Yeah,
Yeah.
oh, whoops. Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny. I like that. Jal, next clip. Yanis, which one is it? Oh, okay, right. So you know there's that stereotype that black people are loud in cinemas?
Oh, yeah. I mean, Asian people are allowed to.
Oh, bro. I don't understand how that stereotype's not about Asian people. Have you ever been to an Asian cinema?
Yes.
Right?
It's
So-
hectic.
I remember going to see one religious film at a cinema, and it was very respectful and stuff, right? I remember my parents having a discussion about that's how cinema should be, and I'm like, bro, I've only ever seen white films. I'm like, of course cinemas are always like that. What are you talking
Yeah.
about?
Oh, right. Yeah.
And then I saw this pop up on my feed from the wicked UB1, UB2.
Yeah. Go on, son. Yeah. Show us what you got.
Wow. You just know most of them are Gujarati because none of them can dance.
This has become the TOF Fashion Anti-Gujarati podcast.
Oh, don't. No, it's just anti-fudu, bruv. Like, right? Imagine you go see a film, a beautiful love story and shit, and you got to sit behind them fucking clowns.
The thing is, during the songs, 'cause I've seen a couple of Bollywood films in Indian cinemas, if the song's like a big number, people will get up and dance.
But there's a...
Which I don't mind, really.
I fucking do. Because there's a choreographed number on stage,
On the film. That's
right, on
true.
the film.
Yeah, that's true.
You got these beautiful men and women doing these ornate dances that are timed to perfection.
Yeah.
What do I want to see you in your Matalan jeans?
Yeah.
Right?
That's a
that
very
guy,
fair
at one
challenge.
point, that guy took his belt off. Why are you taking your
No,
belt
he
off?
didn't. His belt was too big for him.
You can't even dress yourself. Yet you I paid £15
Yeah.
to see like these beautiful people dance.
Yeah.
I'm having to watch your... Go back to KFC, bro.
What if? Why KFC? What did
Every
why did
KFC I go is manned by those people.
So is British immigration, actually. Why did they just not put the dancers at the back 2 rows?
Because do you think...
That's what they should do.
That's like a Cineworld, right? Where fucking Greg has worked his way up from being a bus boy or something.
Yeah.
What, you think he knows that these fucking animals
We're going to start dancing.
are going to start dancing?
So are you quite a serious cinema watcher? Like,
I'll go to film. I only ever go see like big films at the cinema. So like Gladiator 2
Yeah.
or stuff like that.
Yeah.
If I went to go see... Bro, I'd be... Oh, I'm fighting them. I remember I went to a horror film once with my sister.
Yeah.
And the row behind us kept going, this is my parents disciplining another kid. This row behind us, there was like 3 teens. I'm like 22 at the time. 3 teens just be like, ah! like doing all this shit, right? Like, you know when they just scream at random points, right?
I don't think you can do that noise again.
yeah. You know, like just screaming at random points. I like filming it, so I'm like watching. I let it go once. They did it twice, and I was like to my sister, I was like, look, I'm gonna say something.
Yeah.
Just be ready to move out of the way.
Yeah.
Like because they were on a. So they did it again. I just turned around. I was like, what the fuck are you lot doing? Right? And I
With you talking to them.
yeah, they were like, "Oh, just scared." I was like, "Shut up and watch the film properly."
And then?
And I left it, just went back to my seat. Sat
Was they
down.
not scared again?
Huh?
Was they not scared
Bro,
again?
not a peep. The whole.
I feel sorry for them, man. If they're scared, innit?
But they're doing it like the car doors opening. Like they're doing it to make everybody around them jump. Do you get what I'm saying?
Oh, I see. Just
Yeah.
fucking about.
Yeah. So imagine me in that scenario.
I'll be honest, I'm dancing with them.
I would have taken that guy's belt and beat you. If I went to the cinema with you and you started doing that, I would have taken that guy's belt and beat you in the head
I'm
with
getting
it.
up there. I'm going to run to the front. Okay, what if someone ran to the front, away from the view of the screen?
Then I don't care.
So if they're dancing at the front there.
If I can't see them, if a Guju does like Bollywood shit
Yeah.
and nobody's around to see it, have they done Bollywood shit?
Okay, yeah. That's
Right?
true. Yeah.
Do it somewhere away from me. That noise, that screaming and shit that they were doing, that's like horrific.
But what if they're on the stage doing the noises and the screaming?
No.
They dance silently like a Taliban prisoner.
yeah. Do you know what? Some things the Taliban's got right. If I was like,
Just clip that bit.
if I was like a Talibani insurgent,
Yeah.
I would ban music and dancing as well after seeing that. Did you get like? It's
What
horrific.
about women speaking in public?
No, none of them were women. Do you understand? Look, this is what I'm talking about. Emotional intelligence. Them women sat down. They were like, look, why would I dance and make a show out myself? Those people don't get enough attention.
Yeah.
There was a dude in a white suit there, bruv. Like,
Have you ever worn a white suit?
no, it's not the white suit I have the issue with.
Yeah.
You're in a white suit going to a fucking Bollywood film
Cinema, yeah.
in like Hounslow or someplace.
Yeah.
Why are you doing that if you're not to make a spectacle out of yourself?
Maybe that's what he likes to wear.
That was Eshaan on the way to club.
Wow.
Zing! I wouldn't take that if I was you.
That's me.
I wouldn't take that.
I look good. White suit, black shirt?
The only time you wear a white suit is to make a prick out of yourself.
No.
Or if you're going to a Dirty Dancing themed party.
Or if you're a crooner on a cruise ship.
Yeah.
That's going through the Bosphorus.
Yeah.
Where you might see Europe and Asia.
Yeah. Or if you never made it in Bollywood. So you're like, I'll just go dance and it'll feel like they're watching me.
Or you work in a jazz bar.
Yeah.
Hi guys, thanks so much for listening to this week's episode of Too Old Fashioned. Now I've got a bit of an announcement to make, which is that your boy's on tour. Yes, I'm on tour across 2025, February to April, going all over the country, including a headline show at the Hackney Empire in London. And this man is going to be supporting me on pretty much all of the dates. It's like most of them.
Most of the days. Most of the South. All of the South.
Most of the South, yeah, pretty much you're doing. So go to eshanakbar.com, get those tickets. Like I said, going to everywhere, going to Milton Keynes.
Whew.
Going to fucking...
Colchester.
Yeah, I'm going to Colchester, actually.
Yeah, that's the big one.
So look up eshanakbar.com, go and get your tickets. I'd love to see you on tour. You get to see me, and particularly if you're in the south bit of the UK, get to see this man with me as well. So head over, eshanakbar.com, get those tickets. Right, so every week we offer some advice because Preet and I are two good brown boys with lots of experience, wisdom, and youth between us. We'd love to hear your requests for advice that you want. It could be about absolutely anything, and we'll try our level best to... Well, Preet will give you probably more serious advice than I would because I'm a bit of a prick.
Oh, this one's fantastic. I can't wait to hear
So
your
get in touch
advice.
with us, Instagram, all that stuff, email, all our contact details, Patreon. But please do get in touch. What have you got for me this week?
So we've actually got two very spicy ones. Let's see if we can get through them both, right? The first one comes all the way from Canada. Ooh.
Canada.
Via our Instagram.
Okay.
Right? Hi everyone, I'm
Hi.
a Canadian woman married to a lovely Punjabi man. I'm sponsoring him for PR, which I assume is like residency.
Yeah.
And while we're
Permanent
waiting,
residency.
permanent residency.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And while we're waiting on that, I found myself in a bit of a dilemma. His mum, who visited us in 2019, seems sweet now and plans to live with us permanently, along with my 30-year-old brother-in-law. My husband and I would essentially be sponsoring her forever. While I respect the cultural norm of living with family, I'm unsure how this dynamic would work long term. I've tried asking other women, but I often get responses like, that's just how it is in India, which doesn't really address my concerns. How do you balance your own space and independence while maintaining family harmony? P.S. This was submitted a few days later. P.S. My husband keeps saying, don't worry, we're not like other people, we're more advanced. But honestly, I'm not even sure what that means. So that's spicy. So essentially, she's marrying this guy that she's in love with. The
I'm assuming
mother-in-law.
she's a not Punjabi woman.
No, she's Canadian. That's what she said.
Okay,
Yeah, she's Canadian. So I'm assuming
White
she's
Canadian.
white. Yeah. Yeah, and it also says the cultural norm thing. So she's white, right? Or definitely not Punjabi or non-Desi.
Yeah.
So her mother-in-law plans on moving in. So does the brother-in-law in Canada.
If possible,
Yeah.
build an annex or an outhouse.
An outhouse?
Or-
What the fuck? You're
A
making
barn.
get a tent.
Yeah. Basically, there needs to be some separation.
Yeah, you need full blown. So okay, I'm gonna say some shit that's gonna get me cancelled here. Your advice is very lovely. There does need to be some form of separation, an annex, a little outhouse at the back. Yeah,
Or a loft conversion with a separate entrance.
Yeah, even a loft conversion is a little bit much. I think your original annex,
Yeah.
slash back of the garden,
Yeah.
little mini hut thing,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
My advice is gonna be slightly spicy, and this time I think I'm gonna go and leave him. Find another boyfriend, man. You'll fall in love with again.
Just leave him.
Leave him. This is not going to work. Right? So you got a Punjabi guy who's moved over, needs his permanent residency card.
Yeah. And now his mum and brother.
Oh, and he's all of a sudden found like a white woman to marry.
Yeah.
Right? Oh, babes,
Interesting.
babes, do you mind just getting my brother?
Why does he sound like Gareth from
I don't know.
Leon C?
Also, he's Canadian. I can't do a Canadian accent.
So you went for
So I just went with, oh, bro.
what? Cockney.
No, bro.
This is your Canadian. What a fucking hell.
He'll fight it all up.
Wow.
No,
wow.
no, that was meant to be Bradford. Oh, bro, my brother-in-law needs to
Yeah, I
come
don't know
down.
what it is. Yeah, my mum and brother-in-law coming.
So it's like, why you're bringing over an entire family. I swear to you now, I hate to say this about our people, it's a known scam. That dude's going to get his PR.
Oh, shit.
He's going to get them. I think he's going to leave you, sis.
Really cynical there.
I am, but you hear this all the time, bro.
So you reckon he's going to get rid of her,
Yeah.
live with mum and brother,
Yeah, once
bring in Punjabi girl.
once everybody's PR's done.
Once the PR's done.
Yeah. Leave him, sis.
Wow, this is actually, I think you might be onto something. I hadn't thought about that.
Because why would, if you're in love with somebody,
Yeah.
right, you get your permanent residency, why is your main concern immediately the mum and the brother?
Well, no, the mum came over in 2019.
Yeah, lovely. Visit again.
Yeah.
Don't come live with.
But maybe they really like their time in Canada.
Yeah, all right, cool. Get married to someone then, innit?
Maybe dad died in between, which is why mum's coming.
Bro, I'll be honest. I'm gonna sound callous here, but none of that's making me bring my brother and my mum to live with me.
Yeah.
Like none of it.
Unless they were living there already.
Where?
So like, if she had moved into the home where the mum and brother were there already,
Yeah,
then that's different.
that is different. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's different. But the way it sounded like
Is that they're coming over expressly.
his mum, who visited us in 2019 and seemed sweet, now plans to live with us permanently, along with my 30-year-old brother-in-law.
Right.
My husband and I would essentially be sponsoring her forever.
Right. Yeah.
So I think that's a.
they're coming over.
They're coming over.
I
from
actually
Punjab.
think, to be honest, Preet, I think you might be right here.
I think I'm right. I know some unpopular advice and I'm going to sound like a prick, but bro, you know, like,
Or, just to check, she should, I'm assuming it's a she,
it is, yeah.
right? She should line up somebody just in case.
No, then it's too late because by that time it's done.
Oh yeah.
Do you understand?
You're saying that she shouldn't even give him PR.
I look, babes. All I'm saying is, right. I think you bring it up. Look, I'm not comfortable with this living situation.
Yeah.
See how he reacts to that. If he's open to that,
Yeah. Then it's
then
different.
he's the fella, right?
Yeah,
he's the
yeah.
fella for you.
But if he gets Punjabi about it,
But if he's all like, oh no, I need my mom.
Star Plus.
Oh, I need my brother.
Dishum.
I'm feeling tension.
Oh, stress.
Oh, stress. Oh, you giving me heart attack.
Oh, yeah. My grandfather said never marry a white girl.
Vita. You know, he starts doing that.
Yeah.
Then leave him.
That's the telltale sign.
What is that?
If he starts slapping his chest.
Oh, it goes into mourning.
Yeah.
I've gone crazy. You you didn't give me PR. yeah.
Then it's a surefire out.
That's my thing. Because, you know, I've always been fascinated by the topic of Punjabis and immigration. Right? Always.
In what way?
Because I've been to Punjab. It's not that bad there, bro.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of the immigrants that want to come here are actually like middle class, upper class families that pay to get their kids into the country.
Yeah.
They were doing like a Calais. Oh, this is funny. Do you remember when the Calais migrant camp was a massive thing?
Yeah.
They basically went over there to do interviews and stuff, right?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm exposing my people here, so don't give me hate, but it's true. Just stay in Punjab, innit? Fix Punjab. What they did was like they went and interviewed these migrants from the migrant camp in Calais. And they were like, oh, most of these people are from war-torn Syria, Afghanistan. They don't speak a word of English, and they pass a mic to this one guy. And he's like, yes, Syria. And you just have a guy tap him and go, Gori ki gendi? Gori ki gendi?
What is the white guy saying? Yeah.
Gori ki gendi? And he's like, chop kar ja, main the interview dena, bas kar ja. Baskar. Yes, Syria is very bad. You're not from Syria, bro. You're speaking Punjabi. You're from Punjab.
And did he have a bug? No.
No.
Okay. Interesting.
Do you understand? So it's like, what are you doing here, bro?
No, fair enough. And also, that's them going, white people can't tell the difference.
Yeah. And like white people will be like, we can't tell the difference. Come
Yeah,
in.
he probably is Syrian.
Yeah. So, our advice here. Eshaan's advice, build an annex if it's all legit, outhouse at the back.
If it's legit, but I'm on your side here.
My advice, you need to figure out whether it's legit. I would try and stop the brother.
He might be a very naughty boy.
I would try and stop the brother and the mother from coming over, see how he reacts.
Yeah, I agree.
And then, you know, maybe find yourself a nice Punjabi boy that already has PR.
Or a nice white guy. Just go white. Let's go back to white. Go back to where you came from.
Lovely. Lovely. Right, sticking on the spicy theme here, Eshaan, we had another one be submitted to us anonymously via a burner account on our Gmail.
Okay.
The subject was the cheating wife discovery.
Okay.
So here's one for you lot to react to. A couple of years ago, I came back home from 22 weeks of training for joining the army. Absolutely buzzing to see my wife.
Oh.
Now, this isn't a traditional story where you guys have to react. It's just a funny story. I'm totally over it, I should point out. So feel free to go in. We'd been together for 3 years and married for 1. But while I was away, she had multiple affairs with different blokes. And how do I find out? By accidentally stumbling across, quote unquote, a graphic video she'd recorded on her iPad, time-stamped and geotagged for extra clarity. At the time, I was floored and didn't know what to do or say. Fast forward to now, I'm well past it, and I can actually laugh about the whole ridiculousness of it. But what would you have done in my shoes? And how do I even begin to process that kind of madness?
First of all, slam her for using an iPad. Who the hell sets up an iPad?
Do you know what? I feel like they've really revealed how old they are.
Yeah.
They're not. That couple's not old, like younger than 50.
Yeah. You know when you go to like a gathering and someone pulls out an iPad to take pictures,
I leave.
it is just like, what are we doing here?
Oh yeah, I leave.
Why did I come to this christening? What's going on? What am I doing here?
No, I feel like that's a very uncool
Yeah.
thing to do.
Don't get an iPad out. Yeah. It's just so, and so first of all, that maybe it's an age thing, but that's wild. To record your affair on the home iPad. If you're using an iPad, you don't have. Basically, if you're using an iPad, you do not have the technological nous to cheat using technology.
Yeah.
Don't use technology.
Yeah.
Because you will get caught out.
Yeah, and my favorite thing is the fact that this fella basically says multiple affairs with different blokes. He paid attention to those videos to find out that they're different blokes.
Yeah.
You know, I'm assuming the faces and stuff weren't in it. So he was like, that guy didn't have a vein
I mean,
there.
it could be quite obvious. It could just be different colours.
Yeah, true. Thanks for stepping over a very funny remark I was just making about veins and him. Okay, cool. Thanks.
Sorry.
Fucking dick. It's also like I feel like this is very what's the word? Typical, stereotypical.
In what way?
Army training.
Yeah.
And I also feel like, and I'm sorry to say this because I know you submitted it. If you're joining the British Army, you probably deserve to get cheated on. Like, you know, I hope it was like a Syrian or an Afghani or something as well.
I kind of agree with you.
Yeah, like, I can't have a lot of sympathy here, brother. I'm sorry.
Yeah, the British Army isn't exactly going to elicit the most amount of sympathy from us.
Yeah, so it's like you volunteered, and I'm assuming this was in the last few years. You saw what happened in Iraq and Afghanistan, and you were like,
I
you know
want a bit
what?
of that.
Yeah, you know what? I really want to give my life away for some oil.
Yeah. There was a guy in my year in school who joined the RAF. And I went to a school reunion thing, and I asked him, why did you join the RAF? And he genuinely looked at me and he went, just got to get some of these bad Muslims out. And I was like, are you taking the fucking piss?
Maybe you misread what he said. He said bad Muslims. Maybe he's just bringing everybody back to the deen. He's only killing infidels.
Oh, yeah.
It's mad, isn't it?
In Afghanistan, yeah.
I also feel like, I'm not going to bait out who this guy is, right? But I also feel like in two separate places, once at the start, once at the end, he's mentioned he's over it. Doesn't sound like you're over it.
Yeah, and if you say it twice.
Multiple times, yeah. I can laugh about it now. And also, he's giving himself away with the last sentence. And how does one even begin to process it? He's still processing.
Still processing.
He's still processing.
I mean, the thing is, getting cheated on and finding evidence like that is heartbreaking. But when it's like that much...
Have you ever been cheated on?
Yeah.
What was it? How did you find out?
I had my suspicions. Her phone was open and I saw it there.
Oh, you... Hold on. No. Nobody just leaves their phone open to the page that they're cheating on. Did you go through it?
Yeah, of course I did.
Oh. What was it? What did you find?
I mean, it was just a cacophony of lies. It was just... I mean, I cannot even begin to explain to you how insane it was. The amount of cheating that was going on. And, like, the times where... she was ill, as far as I was aware. Yeah. But she was like on holiday in another country with another person.
Yo, okay. Whoa.
We're talking like serious high grade cheating.
We're talking about like film Hollywood cheating.
Yeah, we're talking about me in my car outside her home to pick her up for a previous arrangement. Her saying she can't come out and waving to me from the bedroom window. Him being in the bedroom. Yo, what? Yeah, we're talking serious levels of cheating.
That's insane.
Yeah.
How long ago was this?
This would have been 2015, 16?
2015, 16. Jesus. Why did you believe that you... Do you think you had a part to play in this cheating?
In what way?
So, like, you were outside her gaff, and she was waving to you from the window, but wouldn't let you in.
Yeah, because her parents were in. Is what she said.
How old was she?
14. She was 14.
That's my immediate question.
She was 14.
No, how old was she?
She was a doctor.
That doesn't explain.
No,
doctors in this country have to live with their parents.
She was
broke.
No. Her parents didn't know about me, basically.
Was she white?
No, she was actually Punjabi.
She was
and she cheated on me with a white guy. The phone.
I was so angry, I threw my phone down.
Yeah.
That fucking hell. That's biblical levels of cheating.
Biblical. Man. It was biblical, bro.
It sounds like she had like actual...
She did it 3 times. I took her back every time.
Alright, now I've lost sympathy for you, right? Because you go to a restaurant, it gives you food poisoning, you don't go back.
I've been to Nando's.
Just get the same mistake over and over.
Yeah,
that's mad, bro.
Yeah, bro. So
are you still in touch with her now? No, okay, good. Well, at least you got some sense. So I think that's our advice, isn't it?
Have you been cheated on?
Not that I'm aware of.
Yeah.
I think there was one instance where I had some level of suspicion, but I'll be honest, I was probably going to break up with that girl anyways, so it's fine.
Yeah.
But no, I don't think so. Not that I'm aware of.
Okay, cool. Good for you.
Yeah,
It's hard. It is a difficult thing. Like, you go, fuck.
I've got to imagine it messes with your ego a lot.
Of course it does. And you also feel a sense of like, yeah, ego, what did I do wrong? What could I have done better? But it's never your fault. Hardly ever is it your fault that another person cheats. Because if you were shit in the relationship, the other person would go, listen, I'm not feeling this. I'm out.
Yeah, it's a very unethical thing, I think. But then also people's solutions are quite complicated.
Yeah.
Like, for example, in that scenario, why would she not cheat? Because she's like, he's just going to take me back again. So if you could get over that, like, ethics thing.
Yeah, but still, nevertheless, yeah, you'd expect that person to go, I shouldn't cheat because he's taking me back.
So it's like, if you can get over that ethics thing,
yeah,
then it's like free game,
she's
innit?
never used an iPad, though.
Well, you know what? At least we've got to give her a bonus point.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I feel like that's the advice there. Shouldn't have joined the army, mate. That's why you got cheated.
Yeah, fundamentally.
Yeah.
I think that's a take home is don't join the army.
Yeah, her morals, if anything, are actually slightly better than yours. So thanks for submitting to us, though.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
That's the conclusion.
Yeah. Well, that's it for this week. Thanks so much for listening, everyone. Please give us a 5 stars on Spotify. Give us a like and a thumbs up and all that stuff on YouTube. Share the clips as you've been doing. It really helps. Thank you so much for listening. We enjoyed it. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I hope you enjoyed it.
I think the only other thing that I would really push is the advice and the reactions. Please do send stuff into us. At the moment, it's a little bit slow because obviously I don't think we've been the best at like shouting it out and stuff. Anytime in the week, DM us, email us, submit it on Patreon, whatever you like. Don't worry about the quality. If it's not good enough, we just won't react. That's the worst thing that can happen.
Yeah.
Submit it. It will always be anonymous.
Yeah, just send it through to us on all social media. Email us, however you can contact us, and just send it through.
Lovely.
See you soon.